high-performance sports car at the moment, doesn't he? Because he'd now make him favourite to go on and win this. Oh, wouldn't you?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? I mean, all through the match, he's been playing catch-up. Neil Robertson's had that 2, 3, 4 frame lead even at one stage. He was 7-3 up. He lost the last 4 frames, but it's all a battle of wits, really. It's all sort of psychology out there, because Neil Robertson's now lost 4 frames in a row. His lead's evaporated. It's 7 frames all. It doesn't really matter what's happened to you. The fact is it's 7 all. It's the first of 9, and those are the paramount thoughts that you carry forward into the next frame. And there's pressure on both players now equally. It's whoever's technique holds up under pressure, whoever plays those good pressure shots, thinks clearly, plays the right shot at the right times. All these little things that are going to make a winner.
It's getting later. You might be getting a bit tired, fatigue setting in. You're running on adrenaline. Who knows? But let's take a look at Robertson and Bingham. A failure by Robertson here, and then a success by...
Well, yes, Neil couldn't not get into this frame. He never really had a decent chance, and if that ball had gone in, you may have made him favourite for that frame, because everything was there. He never looked like winning this frame, and all of a sudden Stewart, well, we're not seeing so many easy pots missed by him now, and he's knocking in some good long pots, as he has done really all match. And that was a pressure ball for him, because if he'd have missed that and left Neil in, there'd have been a chance for Neil to win that frame and steal it, but he didn't, and it's 7 all.
And again, the anorak thing, the stats, 68%. Long pot success for Stewart Bingham, 30% long pot success for Robertson. So yeah, it's dropping.
It is, but yes, I mean that can all change. There are only a maximum of 3 frames left now, but I have to commend Stewart Bingham. I mean, 2 out of every 3 long pots by percentage is very good when you've played this many frames.
But with Robertson, what does that indicate though? The fact that he's just not getting these long pots, that he's going for it in the wrong way. He's too attacking, or you know, what's he doing?
He's a very aggressive player, Neil Robertson, and the possibility is that some of the long pots he's taking on could be intrinsically more difficult than one Stewart Bingham's taking on, possibly.
Or simply that he's
may not be
missing
as
shots he
simple
should
as
be
that.
putting away.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what incredible drama here at the Welsh Open then. Last year, Jogan Higgins won this final 9-7. We're going to either get that again or a 9-8. Who'd have thought that at the halfway point? All square, all to play for.
Well, best of 3 for the Welsh Open title. Stewart certainly facially and demeanour-wise looking the better of the 2 players now. But he needs one good pot and a break from Neil, and look at his confidence back. It's drained away at the moment. And that will help his confidence. A nice easy starter.
Big miscalculation there. He's laughing to himself in the chair. He's thinking, I've done all that work, got right back into this, and I've just given him a real easy opener. First pot for Neil in over 20 minutes. And what can he do with this opportunity? He could develop a couple here. Playing this with a lot of bottom to drag through the pack.
9.
He just held back on that. He quit on that one. Decelerated instead of pushing the cue right through. So not costly at all. Yeah, just quit.
I suppose he was slightly worried about screwing back and finishing on the side cushion, but just caught that second red a little bit too thick, didn't he, as well? Really needs to get his potting boots on. He hasn't scored a break above 30 for quite some time. Frame 10 had a break of 56. And since then, in 7 frames, hasn't made a break above 30. That's why the score's 7 all.
Thanks, Neil. Thank you. Neil Robertson, 9.
That was a great effort, wasn't it? He knew that he couldn't lead. As long as he hit the near jaw rather than the far jaw, he knew that was a shot to nothing. Look how close this was. At that moment in time, I thought it was in. Then maybe just dropped to the jaw. He thought it was in as well.
You can see it now, can't you, in Stewart's face. He's fancying the job now. At this moment in time, he knows he's got Neil Robertson on the ropes. Where he's been all day long. It has to be said. But he's found a way to get right back into this match. Great effort again.
Wanted the white to finish tight on the cushion near the middle pocket. Then it would have been this cut of all red. It wouldn't have been on. And it had still been on the blue, should it have gone in. He'll have not a lot of clue where the cue ball's going to finish up here, because he's going to career into the red and green. But it's finished nice.
One.
So chance number 2 for Neil Robertson. How many will he make this time?
To be fair, Willie, that was a much better pot than what it looked. That was a lot thinner. And you can appreciate. That's probably the first one he's cued really nice for a little while.
Three. Four. Nine. Ten.
You feel he really needs to make at least 30 or 40 here with this effort just to settle himself back down. I know that sounds a little bit silly to be saying that when you're 7 each in a major final. But it hasn't been a good performance the last 4 frames by him. Very edgy and negative. He's quit on that one again there. That cue ball should have been 4 or 5 inches further to the left.
15.
He's hampered cueing now. That was such a bad shot.
Want to respot it, so. No.
Just hoping that the blue won't go onto its own spot, because he played such a poor shot.
Okay.
Hampered queuing. Can get on the black, but he'll be running away should he get onto the black. He'll be running away from the pack, and he's missed it. Oh, you're kidding.
16.
Oh. Any harder, that wouldn't have gone in. He was up, thought he'd missed it. Delighted it's gone in, because the red next to the pink will pot on the right hand corner, so as long as it is hard enough. And the bottom red pots as well.
23.
Well, he won't get a better chance to get a sizable break than this. Like I say, he hasn't since frame 10 made a break
24.
above 30. As long as it doesn't hit the red full in the face, the one at the back of the bunch of 5, he's going to split them far and wide. But if it's at full ball, he might not get on anything. Oh, goodness me. That is very, very, very unfortunate.
Yes, he needed to have just caught that one a little bit fuller in the face, but like you said, he was unfortunate. He had a lot of run early on this afternoon. Well, where did that one come from?
32.
And again, he hasn't got a favourable kiss. What a great long pot this was. He hasn't made many today. That's going to be the little roll up. That's such an hard shot on these tables. He's having an anxious look to see if he's left him a pathway through to this red down towards the black. He's okay though.
Not too sure whether he can hit this thin enough to get in behind the brown, but if he can, that's what he'll be playing. Yeah, couldn't quite hit it thin enough. At the moment, Neil Robertson must be thinking he's in sand dunes, or did I say sand? I meant quicksand. The way this match is getting away from him. Yes, it can get you like that, can't it, when you can't seem to know what to do next. He still looks pretty okay facially. He must be going through really bad thoughts. The way that he's... it was all about that, the 12th frame, wasn't it? You know, when he should have gone 4 frames in front. 8-4 instead of 7-5. And that... Oh, has the red gone in? Can you believe it? That looked sure to go. Give Stewart a chance to win the frame at one visit there, even though he's 41 points behind. Boy, what a time to get a fluke.
Yes, but it makes up for him going through the pack earlier, I suppose. So, oh, what? Stewart must be mortified sitting in his chair watching that. He'd have thought that was his first chance to come in to go ahead in this match. Unbelievable.
I suppose the only saving grace for Stewart is the fact there's no colour on. 42 points in front, maybe decided to put the blue or brown safe. I don't know whether those 2 reds that are near to the right of the pink spot are a plant. I don't think he's looked at those. Neil's going to, sorry, Stuart's going to come round and have a look. No, they're not. Go very close to making the punt if he decides to play white back into baulk from those two reds. Needs that red to slow down, otherwise he's left a cut on, which he has.
Well, real nervy from Neil Robertson. It's real drama here. Before he played that shot, you could have heard a pin drop in the auditorium. So it's a chance for Stuart Bingham now. He's a long way behind.
1.
And after this blue with his 4 reds out in the open, you'd expect him to get high value colours with it. Or with them, I should say. He should be right back in this frame.
6.
If he'd have had the angle there on this red to move the red off the cushion, he probably would do, but he hadn't got the angle, so he needs to make sure he gets top side of the blue this time.
Seven.
With him being right-handed, if he got directly behind the red that's tight on the cushion in 6 or 7 shots time, because he wouldn't have to do a lot with the red, he could just stun it down the cushion and play the pink in the middle. And obviously green and brown are in Robertson's favour as well. So the key thing is get back into the frame, don't consider winning it at this visit.
$12. 13.
How can he get an angle on the red to bring the other red into play and running through this blue? Not necessarily going to play it, but it's an option. He does have that angle if he wants to do it, but if he gets a bad kiss, of course, people would be saying, well, why is he trying to move the red from the red? He's trying to make a decision. Do I risk playing the half ball cannon on the red on the cushion, or do I just play to get on the black? Depends what kind of frame of mind you're in. Looks like he's just playing the roll through. Well, he
19.
did play the half ball cannon. He didn't really commit to it. If he was going to play the cannon, surely he plays it harder. Now can he drop this in and finish tight on the cushion? Then he can move the red out. Oh dear. That was a little bit twitchy, I'm afraid.
19.
It shows you what pressure can do to you. Final of a major tournament, a chance to get right back into the frame, just cue right across that.
Yes, Willie, and I got to be fair, the way he's left this as well. Earlier in the match, he'd be playing to pot this red and move the red off the side cushion. The same as what Stuart had in his mind, I'm sure.
One.
Well, you can't help but think that, again, that was a negative shot. The black's right over the corner pocket, and he is going to need that last red.
Totally agree with you, Darren, honestly. Okay, he might still win this frame. He's obviously a strong favourite to do that. He's going to get an easy snooker here, I would think, but Why he wouldn't try to move the red in over the middle pocket there, knowing the black's sitting there for him.
8.
Did exactly the same thing as this in the 8th frame, ended up losing it. Obviously, big odds on to win this frame. But you never know. If Stewart hits this red, gets it safe.
8.
Could be a different story.
One.
What a relieved Neil Robertson this will be. Having lost 4 frames on the trot, he stopped the rot. Didn't do it in one visit, but the key thing was he did it.
3. 5. Neil Robertson.
Now 3 snookers required, and bar no snookers, it'll be Robertson who takes an 8-7 lead.
Cheers, Stuart, thanks. Three. Stuart Bingham. 3. Four.
This is a good effort.
Stuart Bingham. 4. foul. Stuart Bingham 5.
Now down to 2 snookers required.
Five.
One snooker to tie now. Now if he gets glued
Stuart
on the
Bingham
black,
5.
we could be in for a... Oh, I was going to say could be in for some twitty times. Now obviously Neil will play the slow roll up pink right in the jaws of the pocket. Stuart just looking up to the commentary box with a wry smile. Oh, that's not played very well. This is a chance to get in behind the black again here. Decided it was this tip tapping around wasn't helping his cue action, so he tried to pot that at speed. He might leave the pink in the middle of the table here, but it's key to try and get in behind that black again here. The pink was always going to stay in the middle. How's the weight? Good effort. Trying to knock the black safe. Excellent safety shot. Oh, what an effort this is. What an effort this is. Very well played. He's a little unlucky. He's pushed the pink in a position where he can play off 2 cushions and get... If that pink had been kind of 3 or 4 inches off the cushion, there was room around the back of it. He couldn't, could he? Could we have the first respot of the final? Very good. His heart would have been in his mouth there. Now, if Stu plays it really thin on the left-hand side as the pink as we look, he can get him behind the black again. And he's playing it a different way. A lot more difficult playing it that way. Just coming around to see if he can get in behind the pink here, leave the white where the pink is. He can't get a snooker here, but it's key to leave plenty of distance between cue ball and object ball and obviously get the pink safe. So loads the right hand side, him behind, shove the pink up the other end of the table, leave the white this end. Well, played it direct. There's no chance of winning off here if he tries to pot the pink, so he can go all out for this pink. With the in-off not being on, I can't understand why he's not played that pacey. He's definitely sliding off that first cushion on that shot. Done remarkably well to get back into this frame. Okay, still needs a snooker, 1-2 snooker to tie, but needed 4 at one time. Oh, what a good effort that was, but that's surely end of frame. Well, relieved Neil Robertson goes 1 up with 2 to play. Neil Robertson goes in front again, this time by 8 frames to 7, just needs 1 more.
One last chance, Stuart Bingham, to keep things alive. Robertson 1 frame away from the Welsh Open title. Just a reminder that Top Gear, the new series, is coming up after our coverage of this final. How do you see it now? I mean, the nerves in that frame really kicking in, weren't they?
Yes, well, you can imagine it now because both players are so close, they're tantalisingly close to getting their hands on the trophy. There's a lot of pressure out there, and I think all the shots that we saw Stuart Bingham missing throughout this match, they'll be missed for different reasons now. It's the pressure of the situation because of the match score. He's 8-7 down now, so he's got to win the remaining 2 frames to get his hands on the trophy. It's going to be tough. But
I'm going to show you a miss by Bingham, but first a miss by Robertson here.
Yeah, this was... He had a good lead in the frame. This was a chance to put the frame to bed earlier on, but the balls were in a good position for Neil at that point. They weren't great, and he had that useful lead. The brown was safe, the green was safe. Well, this is an awkward shot. You're rolling a shot like this. Stuart would have known within half a second of that cue ball being struck that he'd have missed that black. He knew straight away he didn't cue through it straight.
Could see that he gave up on it, didn't he, straight away?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
But then, you know, Neil's got a chance to pot the red and develop the awkward one later on in that frame to win the frame, and he refused it. And then we had a frame very similar in the end to the one before the interval, which Neil ended up losing. But luckily for him, he didn't lose that one.
And that game of cat and mouse there towards the end of that frame. It was a brilliant snooker by Bingham, wasn't there? I mean, all to no avail, but this was great stuff.
I think in the tactical department, I think Stuart Bingham's a bit more savvy than Neil Robertson is. He seems to know the game better. Plays the right shots. Some of the shots Neil Robertson plays for me, he lets his opponent back in when maybe they shouldn't be allowed back in.
What, too impulsive?
No, I just think, again, I've mentioned this in commentary earlier in the week. You know, Neil, being from Australia, probably didn't learn the game and have the amateur background that we did as British players, where we learnt the game inside and out from our peers. Basically, you learnt the hard way from your own errors, and it cost you matches. Maybe Neil didn't have the same grounding, and like so many players, the Chinese in particular, they do most of their learning when they're on the tour over here.
Well, you know, I know it's a school night and everything, but do stay with us. Don't go to bed just yet, because we've got, you know, another frame, maybe 2 to come.
Another 3 hours.
Yeah, another 3 hours. We hope not. But, I mean, you know, tiredness has got to be a factor now, hasn't it, for these players? I mean, this match started nearly 10 hours ago. Yes,
they'll be shattered tomorrow, but the adrenaline will be kicking in. The excitement of the situation, they won't be remotely tired at the moment, but come tomorrow they will be. One of them will be.
Yeah, they'll be feeling it tomorrow, there's no doubt. Nearly 6 hours of actual match action, but as you say, you're running on adrenaline at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tremendous match, though, hasn't it? You know, and let's just hope it's not won or lost on a fluke or something like that. But well, you know, Neil's had that 4-frame lead. It evaporated. He's got his lead back. He's a single frame away now from the title. So, well, let's see how he deals with that situation.
Indeed. Let's go back in and find out. The crowd are getting excited.
Thank you.
Is he going to see it out? But it's Bingham to break
16.
to keep himself in the match.
Stuart Bingham to break.
Yes, couldn't agree more, and I'm feeling sorry for my co-commentator and friend Dominic Dale. He's got to go to Cannock in the morning to play in a qualifier for China. He's leaving about 4:30 in the morning. I'm not sure what hotel he's in, whether he's in the Crest Hotel or the one just across the road, but he's not going to be spending much time in his bed.
One.
Well, a great pot from Neil. Hasn't potted one of those all evening. Now, if he plays this plain ball, I think he could kiss the outside red. Now, if he could just drift by that front red next to the left of the pink and kiss that last red full ball, it'd be perfect. That's what he's played. A very good effort. Just not quite caught it full ball. Would have been on the red next to the black if he did.
6.
What a good shot. And when you think of the balls he's missed over the last couple of frames, it's amazing how the mindset changes. He scraped over the line in that last frame, but all of a sudden now you can see the look of determination on Neil Robertson's face.
Yeah, the blue was a really good shot, wasn't it? He knew that cannon was on. Whatever happens, you'd fancy him to get a 20 or 30 point lead from here at least. Probably a few more.
10.
If it was early on in the match, you'd expect him to get more than that, but there's a bit of tension out there now. But so
11.
far, so good. Little cannon into the edge of the pack, bring 3 more reds into play, still stay on the red above the black. Doesn't have to, just a gentle cannon. Well, I don't know why he's not played the cannon there, but there we are, he's on the loose red. He's going to have to play the cannon after the next shot, so why not on the
18.
previous one?
$90.
And now, as you can see, he doesn't have an angle to play a cannon. You see the likes of O'Sullivan and Trump, the game's great break builders. I mean, Robertson is undoubtedly one of the game's great break builders, but he's missed a trick there. Looking at the red at the edge of the pack, will it pot in the middle? He's reluctant to play the run through and play the red along the cushion. Earlier on in the week, they were playing those reds in on the top cushion. Decided he's going to play for the one into the green pocket, the one that's loose at the left of the pack.
$26.
There hasn't been a frame in this match where the opponent has not scored at least a point, so either player's had a chance to win the frame. That's a great pot.
27.
See, now he's got a cannon, and it might not get onto a red, whereas the previous shot, if he had to go into them, he's bound to be on a red. This time he's going to hope he pushes one towards the middle pockets. And he's got one towards the corner as well. Great split, great shot. This could be frame and match.
Yes, and look how positive he played that, Willie. Just didn't mess about once the red went in the green pocket. Straight down on that black. And I think that's what's been missing in that little period of them 3 or 4 frames he lost. He lost himself a little bit and got a bit negative and bogged down. All of a sudden, he's got the stride on again.
35.
Didn't play that as well as he would have liked. He played for choice of pink or blue and on neither. He still fancying the pot, whichever one he tries to take on. has left himself a little bit more to do than he wanted to. And the reds are perfect for a counter-attack should he miss. This, I think, is the last chance for Stuart Bingham. This is a tricky
41.
red, playing it very, very slow. May decide to play it firm and go around the back of the black for the black in the opposite corner. Yeah, that takes the
42.
pressure off that last shot a little bit more. Looking good, isn't he? What a fight back Stuart Bingham's put in from 4 frames behind. He's made this final exciting. It now looks like Neil Robertson is in a position to take frame and match at
49.
this visit.
50.
Yes, and he's motoring now. This is the fastest he's played all match, to be fair to him, in the most important frame for him. Normal service. Looks like it's been resumed.
Yes, these top players do have a way of really smelling
56.
blood when they get in the balls in the frame to win the final.
57.
And this is by far and away his best break for quite some time. Frame 10 was the last time he made a break of 50 or above. And in the crucial 16th frame, it looks like he's going to make a frame match winning break that could be very big. Just gathering himself. He knows he's only a few shots away now from winning this final.
$63.
It's been a great effort from Stuart. He's played so poorly early on in this match and somehow clawed his way back into it. He knows now that the final is gone out of his reach. 2 shots away.
64.
What a time to play your best
69.
snooker. Been really struggling the second half of this match.
70.
But he knows now he's won.
$75. 76.
This will be Neil Robertson's 15th ranking title of his career.
83.
No century to finish, but a fabulous break from Neil Robertson. Been a little bit of a struggle today, but what a great finish to a super match. Stuart Bingham congratulating Neil Robertson, and Neil Robertson goes out a very worthy winner in fairness by 9 frames to 7.
Well played, Neil.
but you played your part in what turned into an epic final here. I mean, how are you feeling?
Yeah, gutted. It weren't a Classico as everyone was all made up to be. We both struggled. I had my chances. Obviously got back to 7-all there from 7-2, 7-3, and he obviously got lucky. Fluked to ball, left it right in the balls. Obviously, I think he played safe from it, but to sort of get back into it, just absolutely gutted. Just gutted. I sort of didn't really turn up today, but that's the way it goes. That's sport. I'd have took the final coming here, but well done to Neil. He said I was a better player, but he won, so fair play to him.
I mean, you were 4 frames down at one point. Did you think that one of the biggest comebacks we've ever seen was on?
Yeah, I'd say I was fighting. No one could take that away from me. I'm just sort of I'm a fighter, and it weren't happening today, and I still got it back. Well played to the crowd. They've always been brilliant here at the Welsh Open, at Newport and Cardiff. They've been fantastic all the time. So well done.
Well, very gracious of you, Stuart. You've had a great week as well, 11 centuries. I mean, you don't want to lose in the final, but you must have enjoyed the week nonetheless.
Yeah, of course. I always enjoy coming to the Welsh Open. So I got some good memories back in '99 when my first tournament I ever qualified for. So, and it was in this building. So to get beat obviously 9-7 in the final, it's one of those things.
Well, commiserations, ladies and gentlemen. Your runner-up, Stuart Bingham. Neil, many congratulations. You won this title 12 years ago. What took you so long?
Well, rampaging Ronnie O'Sullivan a couple of years ago in the final. Just an amazing end to the match. I felt as though we both didn't quite play as well as what we have done getting to the final, but I think that Stuart, he was a better player because he created all the openings in the first session, especially. I think if he didn't miss a few easy balls, then he probably would have had the 5-3 lead. And I just had to try and hang in. The safety he was playing was just incredible. I just never had an answer for it. He shut out my long game. He never let me attempt any kind of long balls, even off his break-off, until the very last frame there. When the opportunity came, I had to go for it and just and go for the match. And I can't believe the way I've won it, because obviously I had a good chance to go 8-4, and it would have been sort of heartbreaking to lose from that position. So.
Yeah, because you were what, 4-1 up? You were 7-3 up. What were you thinking when that man over there pulled it back to 7-7?
Well, I know what Stuart's like. I mean, when his back's against the wall, he's one of the hardest players to put away. You never beat him easy in big situations, semi-finals, finals. He always gives it his all, and great credit to him. He's a wonderful champion, a wonderful player. He's a top bloke as well. He really, really is. And I'm just so happy that the crowd sort of stuck around and could see such a great final. Because there were so many close frames as well that went back and forth. And I'm just over the moon. Yeah,
late night for a lot of people here, and just the way you've done it, absolutely the way you've done it as well. It's been memorable, hasn't it? You've got a 147 earlier in the week. It's been you've played some great snooker as well.
Yeah, well, when I made the 147, most of the crowd left, so everyone stuck around. They learnt their lesson. It's just overall, to make a 147 and to win an event, doesn't happen very often. An amazing experience. Miller and I have got a baby girl coming in 4 weeks' time, so. Alexander's in Norway for the school holiday, so he couldn't be here today, but. Love you, buddy, and I'll see you in a couple of days.
A memorable few weeks for you then, and finally, you fancy a crack at the world title now in April?
Yeah, of course. It's it seems like such a long time ago, 2010, and I've never really put myself in a good position to have a crack at it, apart from making the semis like 4 or 5 years ago. So I just need to push on from this now. To win multiple events in one season is a great effort, but I need to push on. I need to try and get another world title.
Well, many congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 Welsh Open champion, Neil Robertson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome your presentation party, the chairman of the WPBSA, Mr. Jason Ferguson, and with him, a true Welsh snooker legend. 40 years ago this year, he became the champion of the world, Terry Griffiths. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up, collecting the runners-up medal, prize winnings of £30,000, Stuart Bingham. And now your winner, collecting the Ray Reardon Trophy, prize money of £70,000, and the title of Manbet X Welsh Open Champion 2019, Neil Robertson.
So there we go, Neil Robertson winning the Welsh Open title for the second time, 12 years after he got his hands on that trophy for the first time. And also, he goes up to 8th in the world rankings. Special moment for him. Was it the right result, Dominic, do you think, in the end? I mean, I know that he admitted he didn't play his best snooker tonight, but overall, did he deserve that?
I think so. I mean, he was right in what he said. Stuart Bingham created all the chances early on, and had he not missed so many easy balls to allow Neil Robertson to get back in and take that first interval lead at 5-3, it could have been a different story. But hey, the way he won that last frame there, how on earth? What a performance. I mean, Stuart Bingham was broken off, and for him to sit in the chair and think that's his last shot was unthinkable. It was a tremendous long pot from Neil Robertson. He'd been struggling with that department of the game all day and wins a frame a match. What a way to go out as a winner.
Stuart Bingham as well. I mean, he's played his part this week, hasn't he? I mean, he's got 11 centuries. I mean, it's been a good week for him.
A magnificent week, and he's been ultra consistent, really. I actually thought going into the final he had every chance of beating Neil Robertson. It was just, a series of so many easy missed pots, inexplicable missed pots from him, and he'll be disappointed about that. But I mean, still, in spite of that, it was a tremendously heart-forward final. Very, very close, and it was difficult to call a winner at the end.
Well, there he is, Neil Robertson, celebrating that success, signing autographs. He's got the trophy. That's just about it from us. Just a reminder, there's more snooker coming up on the BBC in just a couple of months, and it's the big one, the World Championships in Sheffield on the 20th of April. That's when coverage gets underway. And of course, it is a Welshman who'll be defending his title at the Crucible, Mark Williams, but it's a man from Melbourne who wins in Wales. Neil Robertson is the 2019 Welsh Open champion. From myself, from Dominic, from everyone on the team, thanks for being with us this week. From all of us, for now, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.
This is the final. It's the best of 17 frames.
That's just unbelievable.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
Still not over just yet. Well, what a shot he's played there. This is top draw, this is.
That should be a frame winner.
It's all happening.
Beautifully played. What a great finish to a super match.